Following elimination from the Emirates NBA Cup 2025, the focus for the Los Angeles Lakers naturally shifted to defensive struggles after conceding 132 points in the quarterfinals against the San Antonio Spurs on Wednesday. Very good teams don't have something that you can expose. We consistently got exposed on the same things, said J.J. Redick during a post-game press conference at Crypto.com Arena, referring to the team's defensive issues. I think it was more the defense, confirmed Luka Doncic. They were just driving us. We scored like 120 points, so I think it's enough to win. We just got to go better. We've got to figure out being better on the defensive end for sure, added the 26-year-old Slovenian combo guard. Knocked out of cup contention and dropping to 17-7 in the 2025-26 regular season, the Lakers will resume action against the Phoenix Suns at Mortgage Matchup Center on Sunday. In the NBA, it's 82 games. I wouldn't say we've got time, but we need to figure out pretty quickly. I think our record is pretty good, 17-7. That's a pretty good start, but I feel like we can be so much better than this, said Doncic. We have a group that can do it, so we just got to figure out, he added. Over 18 appearances so far in the 2025-26 season, Doncic is averaging a league-high 35.0 points per game along with 9.0 rebounds, 9.0 assists, 1.5 steals, and 0.6 blocks per contest. Lakers' Luka Doncic, pops for 35 points in loss. Doncic finished Wednesday's 132-119 loss to the Spurs with 35 points, 11-24 FG, 3-8 3-points, 10-14 feet, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, and 1 steal over 41 minutes. Doncic recorded his 7th game this season with at least 14 free throw attempts, and his 14th game scoring at least 30 points. While his efforts were not enough to secure a win in the NBA Cup quarterfinals, his presence was definitely missed, as he was out for the 2 games in Toronto and Boston for personal reasons. Doncic has scored at least 30 points in 9 straight appearances, averaging 36.3 points, 9.1 rebounds, 8.8 assists, 1.2 steals, 0.8 blocks and 3.7 threes across 37.4 minutes in that span. Jackson Hayes makes risky gesture to Luka Doncic that went unnoticed during Lakers-Spurs game. The Los Angeles Lakers played the San Antonio Spurs in the NBA Cup quarterfinals tonight. The one particular instant grabbed the interest of viewers of the nationally broadcast game. Although Luka Doncic's step-back three-pointer prompted a Spurs timeout, it wasn't the game-winning shot. Immediately after the timeout call, with 3:54 left in the first quarter, Lakers center Jackson Hayes approached Doncic to celebrate the shot, and the two went through their handshake, with the final step being a gesture where their middle fingers were pointed at each other. Fans immediately clipped the moment, and it spread like wildfire online. The conversation quickly started shifting. What looked like teammates joking around suddenly turned into a discussion about the league's potential reviews of the moment, and whether the friendly gesture still counts as obscene under the NBA's rules. Unfortunately for them, history isn't helping. We've seen this happen dozens of times before. Earlier this year, in January, Anthony Edwards was fined $50,000 for making obscene gestures at a referee, after previously receiving a $35,000 fine in November for making another obscene gesture. This isn't new either. The NBA hasn't held back in the past to fine players for these kinds of gestures. Back in 2022, then Brooklyn Nets guard Kyrie Irving was seen pointing both his middle fingers towards fans in TD Garden and received a $50,000 fine. Just last year, in November, Russell Westbrook was handed a $35,000 fine for making gestures towards the bench. But this one's tricky. It wasn't intentional, disrespectful, and not meant for the officials, crowd, or the other team. It was just two teammates laughing along. Still, past examples show that the league doesn't evaluate the intent, just the gesture itself. And with Doncic being one of the most popular stars in the league, the clip's going to have global visibility. No word yet on how the league will look at it, but the cost of being one of the faces of the league and the most popular franchise in the NBA sometimes begets increased scrutiny. The San Antonio Spurs took control against Luka Doncic and the Los Angeles Lakers. The San Antonio Spurs didn't just land the first punch, but dominate early on. The team went on a 20-4 run from the end of the first into the second quarter, flipping the team's momentum and pulling the Lakers out of their comfort zone. Guards Stephon Castle and Aaron Fox kept their foot on the gas, attacking gaps and getting downhill, leaning on pace without star Victor Wembanyama to build a 70-58 lead at halftime. The Lakers found some footing behind Luka Doncic's 35 and Marcus Smart's 26 in his first game back, but every run they made needed a lot of energy. LA managed to trim the lead to 8 when Austin Reeves converted a three-point play with just under 4 minutes left, but the gap stopped closing.